Welcome back with another video on tryhackme.com. This is Ines here, and we are doing Linux Fundamental Part 3. So this is the third video on this room. Previously, we had done the processes 101 for 30 minutes in our previous video. In this video, we'll try to cover all other tasks. All right, let's get started. Maintaining your system automation. As you can see, I already started the attack box and also the machine that we needed to deploy in the task 2, and here is the IP address. Maintaining your system automation. User may want to schedule a certain action or task to take place after the system has booted. Take, for example, running commands, backing up files, or launching your favorite programs on such as Spotify or Google Chrome. We are going to be talking about cron process. I like to read it as corn, but it is cron. The cron process, but more specifically, how we can interact with it via the use of cron tabs. Cron tabs is one of the processes that is started during the boot excuse me, which is responsible for facilitating and managing cron jobs. So this is what they have opened it already. Cron tab, and all this information is available here. The cron tab is simply a special file with formatting that is recognized by the cron process to execute each line step by step. Cron tabs require 6 specific values: min, hour, dom, mon, dow, cmd. Min, what minutes to start, what minute to execute at; hour, what hour to execute at; what day of the month to execute at; what month of the year, MON, to execute at; what day of the week to execute at, DOW, the actual command that will be executed. So let's use the example of backing up files. You may wish to back up CMNATIX documents every 12 hours. We would use the following formatting. So this is 0. So we want to every 12 hours. So for min, this is static, and then we'll put that we want it every 12 hours, that means / and 12, and for the rest of the values, static. That mean 1 2 3 for rest. Next, dom, mon, and dow, we are putting static, then space, and then the command itself, that means copy minus or recursively whatever we have in the documents. We will be copying it over to the backups there as well in the backup folder. All right, let's see what we have here. We have just task. Okay, what is the directory itself? Okay, we have home try hack me. So let's try this command. This is 0 id, I think, 12 static. I don't think I need to put a space between that, or should I put a space? I don't think so. I need to put a space, but let's continue. cp, then recursively minus, or then home try hack me, try hack me backups. Let's see what happened. 0 is not a command. Yeah, it is not a command because we need to put all of this in a special file, right? As they had mentioned it here. Okay. An interesting feature of the cron tabs is that these also support the wildcard or a static. If we do not wish to provide a value for that specific field, we don't care what month, day, or year it is executed, only that it is executed every 12 hours, we simply just place an static. This can be confusing to begin with, which is why there are some great resources such as online cron tab generator that allows you to use a friendly application to generate your formatting for you, as well as the site Cron Guru. Cron tabs can be edited by using the cron tab minus or dash E, where we can select an editor such as Nano to edit your cron tab. Okay, so let's try that. Cron tab minus E. So this is already opened in the GNU Nano, as you can see, and we need to put our command here. So as you can see, there is an example of what we need to do already. But let's put 0 static 12 static cp minus or. But as you can see, there is a space between the static, so we will do the same. I don't think there is a space between this minus or. Let's put like try hack me, and the next one is try hack me backups. Enter. Control O to write and Control X to exit. We have done it. All right. Ensure you are connected to the deployed instance and look at the running cron tabs. Remember that we can use the cron to edit. Yeah, we already done so. When will the cron on the display instance run? When will the cron tab on the deployed instance run? Deployed instance will run on reboot. What we are looking for? Take a look at the position and value within the appropriate column. When the cron tab on the deployed instance run. This is what I can say. I don't know. Maybe this is the value we are looking for at reboot. Yeah, at reboot. So this is the cron java processes.sh will be run. Okay, so the last one we added from our side. Okay, it will run after every 12 hours. That means by the time we reach for the 12th hour, we are already would have stopped the instance itself. Okay, moving on to task 7. Awesome. We are very close to completing this room. Task 7, maintaining your system package management. Introducing package and software repos. So before we do that, let me exit from it. And okay, when developer wish to submit software to community, they will submit it to an apt repository. If approved, their program and tool will be released into the wild. Two of the most redeeming features of the Linux shine to light here: user accessibility and the merit of open source tools. When using the ls command on the Ubuntu 2004 Linux machine, these files serves as the gateway registry. As you can see, let's do that. cd etc apt. Yeah, as you can see here, sources.list. We can go with nano sources.list, and here we have all the sources. As you can see, it is taken from the EU West instance, EU West data center of the Ubuntu side, and then we have again the same thing and again the same thing. Focal, universal, main restricted, then the updates and the universal, and all these things are available here. We have security as well. All right. While operating system vendors will maintain their own repositories, you can also add community repositories to your list. This allows you to extend the capability of your OS. Additional repositories can be added to using by add dash apt dash repository command or by listing another provider. For example, some vendors will have a repository that is closer to their geographical location. So for me, they are saying that the geographically this particular location is nearest, so that's why it is not commented out or uncommented. All right, managing your repositories, adding or removing, adding and removing. Normally we use apt command to install software into our Ubuntu system. The apt command is a part of the package management software, also named apt. Apt contains a whole suite of tools that allows us to manage the packages and sources of our software and to install or remove software at same time. One method of adding repositories is to use the add dash apt dash repository command we illustrated above. You haven't illustrated above. Where did you do that? Okay. But we are going to walk through adding and removing a repository manually, whilst we can install software through the use of package installer such as dpkg. The benefit of apt means that whenever we update our system, the repository that contains the pieces of software that we add also get checked for updates. That is very useful, by the way. In this example, for example, if you have tried to install Microsoft Visual Studio Code, and if you have added a repository link into the sources.list, you know all of this process already. For example, for Kali Linux, there is a way to install the Visual Studio Code. Basically, we install the version that is available on Ubuntu, not on the Kali Linux. So that's why we need to manually add the Microsoft link in here in order to install Visual Studio. Maybe in the future this will be changed, right? All right. Continuing, when adding software, the integrity of what we download is granted by use of what is called GNU Privacy Guard keys. These keys are essentially a safety check from the developers saying, here, our software. If the keys do not match up to what our system trusts, what the developer use, then the software will not be downloaded, right? It's like a hash checker kind of thing. So to start, we need to add the GPG key for the developers of the Sublime Text 3. Note that the try-hack-me instance do not have internet access, so we are not expecting you to add this to the machine that you deploy, as it would fail. Okay, let's download the GPG key and use apt key to trust it. I can do one thing, by the way. Let's do it anyway. Okay, let's do it anyway. wget, that means we are downloading something. q0, I don't know what does that mean. And then https download.sublime text form q.pub.gpg, and then we are piping apt-key add dash password try-hack-me. Try-hack-me is not in the sudoers file, so we cannot do that because the try-hack-me does not include in the sudoers, and that means it does not have root access. Now that we have added this key to our trusted list, we can now add Sublime Text 3 as repository to our apt source list. A good practice is to have a separate file for every different community 3D party repository that we add. Let's create a file named sublime-text.list in the etc apt sources.list.d. enter the repository information like so. All right. Now use the nano text editor for your choice to add and save the subnet text3 repository into this newly created file. Okay. After we have added this entry, we need to update apt to recognize this new entry. This is done using the apt update. Once successfully updated, we can now proceed to install the software that we have tested and added to the apt using apt install sublime text. Removing packages is as easy as reversing. This process is done by using the add dash apt dash repository, then the remove and then the repository name command, or by manually deleting the file that we previously added to. Once removed, we can just use apt remove and then the software itself, apt remove sublime text. Okay. Since TryHackMe Instant do not have an internet connection, this task only requires you to read through the material. What if we do that on my own Kali Linux, right? Let's do that. So before we go anywhere, okay, let me run this. So this is my own. So before I do that, I need to go with the sudo. Even without sudo, it should work. -q0. I don't know why I need to put minus here. Let's try. If there is any issue, we will get to know this. owner.sublimetext.com sublimehq -pub.gpg, and then I'm piping it to sudo apt get add then minus. I put the password. apt key is deprecated. Manage keyring file in the trusted gpg.d instead. So we are failed on the very first step. I don't know why. Q0 it is saying is wrong option. It is QO in this case, or whatnot. O, big O, then let's try this. Okay, so the key is added, as you can see. So it is QO actually. All right. So where it goes, here it is. Now what we need to do, we need to create a command, but before we need to go to the etc apt sources sources.list.d directory. Here we are. Let's create touch Sublime. Oh, I already have created it. Wait a moment. Cat Sublime text. Oh, so I have already created this one, and the admin this tab I have already done so. Let's run the apt update. Here it goes. Okay, sudo apt update. It is updating now. As you can see, there are Microsoft packages as well. I have added for Azure CLI. I was doing the Azure pen testing course, which I will cover on the Pond Lab videos. All right, it's still taking a lot of time. I don't know why. It is on Kali Linux Natex. Okay, I will just do Control Z. It is suspended. Let's install it. apt install Sublime text. We cannot do that because it's still updating, reading the packages. We are good to go. Let's run this one again. Sudo and it is installed. It is already installed, right? So we are good to go. Click on complete. We have done so, guys. I did my best. All right. Task 8, maintaining your system logs. This is interesting. Maintaining your system logs. We briefly touched upon the logs files where they can be found in the Linux Fundamental Part 1. You can see that in my video. I will just link that video over here. Just click on it and you will go to the Linux Fundamental Part 1. Wherever, let's quickly recap located in the var log directory. So let's go there. So in this case, I will use the attack box. So cd there were var and then logs. Here we are, and we have some. Why it did not go there? cd ls. Okay, now it should go. Var and logs. What about just log? Yeah, log is there. So I was typing it wrong, so it was log, not logs. Alright, yeah. Var log only directory. These files and folder contain logging information for applications and services running on your system. The operating system OS has become pretty good at automatically managing these logs in a process that is known as rotating. I have highlighted some logs from 3 services running on a Ubuntu machine. One is an Apache 2 web server. Do we have Apache 2? Yeah, we have Apache 2 here. Logs for fail to ban service, which is used to monitor attempted brute force. For example, fail to ban. Do we have it? Fail to ban. We don't have it here. All right. The UFW service, which is used as a firewall. UFW, we don't have it. But we have a Ubuntu advantage timer or something like that. These services and logs are a great way in monitoring the health of your system and protecting it. Not only that, but the logs for the service such as web server contain information about every single request, allowing developer or administrator to diagnose performance issues or investigate an intruder activities. This will be very useful in our SOC 1 path. I have some videos and also the playlist. You can check it on my channel. For example, the 2 types of log files below: data of interest, access.log and error.log. Access. I don't see it here, but maybe it is in the Apache folder. Let's go into it. Apache 2. And here we go. We have log, access log, and error log. Okay, there are of course logs that store information about how the OS is running itself and actions that are performed by users, such as authentication attempts. Okay, look for the Apache 2 logs on the deployable Linux machine. Okay, we'll look for it. What is the IP address of the user who visited the site? Okay, so it should be on the access log. Cat access log. I don't have the permission. Why? Okay, so let's do the one that we have permission on. Here we go. So it is 10.9.232.111. I think this is what we are looking for. Yeah, as you can see here as well. Okay, what did they access? They access this particular file. I will just copy and paste it here. Awesome. Good. We are at task 9, which is basically conclusion and summaries. Welcome to the end of the Linux fundamental module. Your familiarity with Linux will improve as you get to interact with it. Over time, Linux has the potential to do very powerful things with relatively easy, as you have hopefully discovered throughout this module. To recap, this room introduces you to the following topics using the terminal text editors, general utilities such as downloading and serving content using a Python web server, a look into the processes, maintaining and automating your system by use of the cron tabs, package management, and reviewing logs. Continuing your learning in some other try hack me rooms that are dedicated to Linux tool or utilities. So we can go with the bash scripting and regular expression as well, but this case, terminate the machine deployed in this room for task 2. Let me terminate my attack box first, and then I will terminate the deployed machine as well. I've done so. Continue your learning in other Linux dedicated rooms. We will do that. Click on complete. Congratulations guys, we have done it. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help us grow and build the community. If you have any suggestions, any comments related to the videos that I'm doing, please let me know in the comment section below, and I promise to get back to you on every comment that you put on my videos. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.